And welcome to Please Be Seated, a video installation by Nicole Cohen. I'm very excited this evening to introduce this installation by Nicole Cohen, newly commissioned by the Getty Museum.
Thank you so much, Michael and Peggy. It has been a wonderful experience to work with the Getty and its exquisite collection of 18th century French decorative arts. The museum's relationship with French institutions literally opened doors and gave us access to video record the interiors and the castles in Versailles, the Louvre, Musée Nassim de Conde in France. I'm so excited to share my enthusiasm for the Getty's collection, decorative collection, and to live out the fantasy of being able to actually sit in the chairs made for these historical figures. This has been a multifaceted project, and there are many people to thank to making this all possible. I'd like to thank Peggy Fogelman, the curator, Brian and Charissa Bremer, the decorative arts curators, who connected the chairs and the locations in France, Mary Beth Caracello and Vivian Mirbergen for their producing of the project, Michael Fair, which I collaborated with on the fabrication and design of the chairs, and he did an exquisite job. Very happy. Michael Merriman, my DP and editor, who came on location with Brian Considine and myself to France twice. The designers of the exhibition, Leon Rodriguez, Jennifer Kubel, and Merritt Price. Bruce Metro, Amber Keller, Jason Pat, the staff for Museum Information Systems, Ashley McCrew, Carrie Steele, the Getty staff, the rest of the Getty staff who also worked so hard, and it was such a heartfelt experience for me to work with them. I'd also like to thank the French institutions for the support of my project and, after all, the J. Paul Getty Museum, which really made this a dream project. I'd also like to thank my family, who's been incredibly supportive through this project, and my galleries, the Shoshana Wayne Gallery and Lux Gallery, for their support, and to Mark Glitta. I hope that this exhibition is a great success for the museum, the Getty Museum, and that you'll enjoy it as much as I have to have made it. So thank you so much for coming, and just enjoy the night. I'm going to introduce Michael.
Please Be Seated started from an idea of reinterpreting and activating the 18th century French decorative arts collection by bringing in a contemporary artist whose work was engaged with questions of interior design and domestic settings and how they sort of evoke ideal behaviors and fantasy lifestyles, and bringing that perspective to bear on the historical collections here. So it grew out of the desire to bring the past into conversation with the present and the contemporary into conversation with the historical. And then sort of developed from there in looking at the collections here and realizing that the chairs specifically offered an opportunity to allow visitors to actually sit in these chairs that were once functional and were once meant to be sat on, but of course for conservation reasons the original chairs can't be sat on, so providing an opportunity to experience what that would have been like in some of the settings. It is very virtual reality, and in fact it enlisted the expertise of a software designer and a professional director of photography and editor, as well as a furniture maker who often works with artists. So